So at the start of the year, I actually did a poll asking you guys, what feedback do your teachers leave you? I know that a lot of people actually complain that they don't understand what their teacher has said, and that as a result, they actually can't do anything about it because they can't action on the advice that has been given to them from their teacher. So today I'm going to look at 6 of the most popular types of teacher feedback that people get when you hand in your English essays, and the most popular results from the poll that I did at the start of the year. And I'm going to help you guys understand what they mean and then what you guys can do to actually improve your English essays. So let's see what we've got. You're repeating the story. Often students can't actually tell when they're retelling the story. So my one go-to tip for you is start your sentence with when. This will force you to switch to a more analytical style of writing. Let's compare these two. Example 1. Lisa tells Jeffries that she'll deliver the note to Thorwald. She then sneaks to his front door and leaves the note. This shows a new side of Lisa that Jeffries had previously dismissed. Example 2. When Lisa delivers the note under Thorwald's door, her courage and fearlessness is finally visible to Jeffries. In example 1, there is excess information on what Lisa did, whereas the second example focuses on what her action meant, just by changing to a sentence that starts with when. 2. Not enough evidence. If your teacher tells you that you haven't used enough evidence, it's usually because 1, you've only retold the story, and I've shown you how to avoid this just before. 2, you lack enough quotes. Or 3, you lack discussion of literary techniques. How do you solve this? When you create plans, make sure you aim to include quotes or literary devices. Remember, it's not about how many quotes you have, it's how well you back up a point. Remember, every time you make a statement, in order for it to be truly effective, you have to have a piece of evidence to back it up. Evidence doesn't have to just come in the form of a dialogue. You can use meta-language like symbols, metaphors, imagery, foreshadowing, and more. Number 3, improve expression. My favorite and most effective tip is to read out loud. I can attest to this because this is what definitely made me improve my expression in high school. I know that through reading out loud, your ears can pick up mistakes that your eyes simply can't. So I've done a video before on 6 simple tips to help improve your expression. So if you want to be an ace at expression, then go ahead and have a click if you're struggling. Number 4, expand your vocabulary. Some of you even wrote it down in the comment section of the poll that I made that you want to make your essays sound better. That is not the point. It's totally not your fault, guys, because no one has ever taught you any better. But I want you guys to understand the real reason behind why we want you to improve your vocabulary. Improving vocab is not a matter of sounding good or sounding smarter. What vocabulary helps you to achieve is an ability to better express your ideas and thoughts. Let's just say you want to discuss the topic of social media and its impact on today's teenagers. The way that you explain it to a 5-year-old is going to be different to the way you explain it to an adult or someone who is your own age. The vocabulary that you're going to use for the 5-year-old is going to be a lot more simple and in a way that's going to help them understand. Whereas with an adult, you're going to be able to articulate with your full vocabulary bank. The wider your vocabulary is, the better you'll be at being able to express your genuine thoughts and accurately portray what you want to say. In a similar vein, teachers want the same thing. They want you to be equipped with better vocabulary so that you have the ability to be able to articulate yourself with no inhibitions. Number 5, you lack detail. Often, if you lack detail, then you might want to check your understanding of essay structures. If you follow the Teal rule, for example, this should help you stay focused and on task, ensuring that you go through enough detail for each piece of argument and evidence you use. Next, check that you're providing evidence in the forms of quotes and literary devices as well. Literary devices is key. I feel like it's the secret to all amazing essays. Talking about literary devices automatically means that it's something more unique because you had to figure it out yourself. It's a piece of evidence, and the way that you discuss it has to be analytical. Number 6, you're being vague. If you're being vague, it means that you're not clear enough and your ideas aren't getting across to your teacher. Remember, teachers are not mind readers. They have to understand what you're saying in order to see whether or not you're answering the prompt. A good way to try to overcome this is proofread your essay and pretend that you're someone who hasn't actually read the text before. Of course, someone who hasn't read the text before isn't going to be familiar with characters and themes, but they should be able to read your essay and still get a good understanding of what you're trying to say. They should still be able to appreciate your ideas and appreciate the opinion that you're bringing to the table. Now, when all else fails, just go and talk to your teacher. I feel like I say this quite often to my students, and a lot of students are reluctant to speak to their teachers, and maybe that's because you haven't developed that strong rapport with your teacher. But I'm confident that if you go up to your teacher and just ask them, hey, I'm not 100% sure with the feedback that you gave me, would you mind sparing me 5-10 minutes after class one day, or during a lunchtime, or during one of your spares, just to help me better understand this so I can improve on my English results. Usually you'll find that teachers will be more than willing to do so because they want you to do well too. And it's so much better than you just walking away and not really being sure of how to improve, because that's only going to slow your progress down. If you can get the information directly from the teacher, then that's the most streamlined way for you to get ahead. So, did I miss out on any feedback that you guys get from your teachers? Leave them down in the comment section below. Let me know if you found these tips helpful too by just thumbs upping this video so that I know. The last thing is I want you guys to know that I have a live stream next week, so my monthly live stream, and I'm really excited because it's the first time that I am going to be essay correcting live. So I'm going to encourage you guys to send through any essays you want me to mark for you. You can do so by emailing me. I've left my email in the description box down below, and I'm going to choose maybe 1 or 2 of you, your essays, and actually go through them in detail, giving you live advice as we go. I'm sure that many of you will join me there, and as we're actually correcting through these essays together, you guys can ask me why I'm offering this type of advice, or what does this advice mean. So I was inspired to do this because I know that often we're not sure about what the teacher's feedback is. So I want to hopefully help you guys out and give you guys feedback that is something you actually understand and something that you can apply to your own studies and improve. So I can't wait to see you guys live stream. Of course, if you're already subscribed to my mailing list or on YouTube, you already know you're going to get notifications there. So see you then. Bye.